over just some simple ways of identifying support and resistance. I am going to be doing this on some cryptos just because the market is live, so it'll be a little bit more helpful having some tickers that are currently reacting to whatever levels that we put on here instead of waiting for the market to open. So you first off, for resistance, you want to look for points that are kind of all stopping at the same spot. They're not moving past this. And so a good indicator here is this wick stopped. So naturally, you would make your horizontal ray here and hope that that level is respected, which it is here. You can see it wicked past, immediately was rejected. Both of these bodies closed underneath this level, but touching it. And then same thing over here. So this level wicked past, couldn't hold it, closed underneath it. This one is currently sitting up above it, and it looks like it could set up as some tweezer tops here, both of these wicks being almost parallel, and this could reject and come down and retest in this area over here, which would be another point of support. And so finding support down here, let's go ahead, and it looks like this is going to be the strongest level of support in this area. So you can see we have one full candle and wick there. We have a body here. We have a wick off there. These two candles broke through and held beneath it, but immediately that was rejected, or immediately bounced. We have these two full bodies here, and then we have 1, 2, 3, 4 candles closing while touching it there, and then bouncing off, and again bouncing off there. So this is a very strong level of support. So now what you're going to be looking for is just any movement in this section here. So naturally this is going to become your liquidity zone. That would be mainly this right here, because that's where most of the buying and selling is. And you can see this did get rejected. And so now we're going to come down and probably test this area here, as this is going to be the new, or this is support. So as time goes on, now we're going to be using this on a larger time frame. So if we move to like the 2 hours, that whole pattern is taking place in these candles here actually, or no, all of these. So it's taking place in all of these here, and so from here on, this level here will always be a new support level if it breaks above that, or resistance level if it remains below this. So that's kind of how we get resistance points and support points from previous days to predict, what's going to happen in the future. So you can see here, this was resistance, and once it broke through that, it got a lot of volume, and now it's kind of consolidating above that. And if we mark, let's see here if we can find, so that is, I guess we could go with this as support. And once it fell beneath this support level, here, let me move that up a little bit. You can see that it was just a massive candle down, and it had some selling pressure down here, and it just took a little bit of time for it to work itself back up above that. And you can see it struggled getting back above that with 1, 2, 3 candles, and then this candle closed above it, and then it was fine. So identifying support and resistance is truly that simple. I mean, you can go through and just any point that is showing some parallel action is going to be giving you some indication of support or resistance. And it's nice to go through and kind of mark everything. I typically do the bodies of the candle, not the wicks, but I mean, you can load your charts up with support and resistance. Some will be stronger than others, but it is very important to be doing this and making sure that you know all of the support and resistance levels. You need to know where you're trading, where you're going to be taking profits, and if you're not using Fibonacci's, then this is the most important thing that you could be doing. So you can just go through any chart and start identifying points where the stock has had, or coin, I'm sorry, if the stock or coin have had trouble breaking over or falling through. And leave these on your chart because, there's some support and resistance levels that stay relevant for years. So it's really important to just leave these on your chart, clean them up every once in a while, like most of them, but leave the major ones. And this is going to significantly improve your profit taking or entries, exits, whatever it is. Support is where you would enter. Resistance is where you would take profits. So if you're able to identify that, you're just going to have a much clearer trading day.